Welcome back to another episode of Get 'Em Together Garage. We are finally back. Got some new projects. Can't wait for you guys to see. So, break down the brass and the tacks, put them together. We got ourselves an exceptional barn find, if I may say so myself. She's rough around the edges. Don't worry about that. So that's not the biggest issue. We got, it's a Chevrolet. Don't you worry, it's a Chevrolet. She's a 77. She's also a C10, two-wheel drive, obviously. This is kind of a unique truck-ish to me. It's a short bed. It's a 350. It's a 4-speed. Get it? 4-speed, two-wheel drive. It's a Scottsdale, so I mean, it's got the crazy. It's got the extra like chrome badging and all that all around. It's slightly-ish disassembled, but not much. It needs a little TLC. We got plenty of spare parts. What else we got going on here? She's got all kinds of stuff. I mean, let's just get you in there to see what we got, okay? All right, we got ourselves the 77 Chevy C10. I mean, at first glance, it's not too bad. I mean, it's missing some parts. I mean, I'll show you the stuff that we have here in a second. But another maroon truck to match the, our collection we already have. With big red over there, we got the 65 C10, and now we have the 77 C10. And they're all red trucks, maroon trucks. Seems to be a trend going on for us here. So this is it. Scottsdale 10. It's got the chrome badging down here. It's got, some go fast holes, just a few. I mean, this one's, she's not bad yet. That's still better than half the stuff I mostly drive her. Oh, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. So, yeah, I mean, we got some stuff. It's gonna need that'll be fine. And this, yeah, you just kind of wish things are in there. But, she's a little hollow right now. Short bed. She got single exhaust. It is a 350. I mean, relatively, it has definitely had some helper springs in her. So she's going to be a little rough around some bumps around here. I mean, it's set up. I mean, it's not, it's scaly, but it's set up. I mean, it needs some bed work. There's a little... what do you call it? A little bit of damage, like a little bit of rot there, but it's not rot. It's just weight reduction, so it can go faster going down the road. That's exactly what we need. I mean, the frame is relatively solid. It's a little scaly, but it's solid. Sounds rotted out. She got that there turbo muffler, so she's got all the ponies. What is that? That is the shortest U-joint I've ever seen, or a half shaft. That's new to me. I didn't know they did that in these. I'm going to have to make that a solid. So, she's clean. We've got some custom paint going on here. Right there. It's just a little bit of custom. Our tailpipe, that's actually solid. So that's a good start. It was a bright red at one point. A little bit of go fast holes down there. Got a nice chrome bumper here. He did repaint this at one point within the 6 years of it driving. He patched some stuff up. He did a two-tone because it's originally copper. I got that. I'll show you inside the cab because we haven't gotten there yet. He did some custom paint work back here. We got a hood. And then we also got the... There's a spot over here I'll show you. Got some 2 tires back here, some plywood. I can use that for building a shed. Yep, I'm gonna need that. And this is about the worst of it. It started getting patched up back here, but it needs repatched again. Or cleaned up. Some more paint flaking. It was all body worked at one point. So that's, it's not thick. You can see here. It's really not thick. Like some spots it can get thicker, but got a little bit of body work to do for us here, which still ain't that bad. We do got gas tank over here. Needs a new one of these because this is just kind of floating. So yeah, a little bit of work there. Still not too bad. All four wheels at least match. I think there's another one or two back here. I don't know what's underneath the hood. I don't remember. Needs a cap corner. It's currently Wi-Fi'd on from its next location. Same with the rocker and inner rocker. They're both Wi-Fi'd in there. So we'll, we'll just pretend we didn't see that either, because I don't feel like doing that right now. Okay. And then same with this other fender. She's also, got the Wi-Fi speed holes. That's, that's wonderful. Oh, and this, look at that. Yep. The inner wheelhouse is definitely Wi-Fi'd also. But good news is we got all the chrome moldages. I can tell you that right now. That's a plus. But the reason why I like this truck is because I've always wanted this body style. This has been one of my dream trucks to actually get for a little while now. And I finally got one. It didn't matter if it was 4-wheel drive or 2-wheel drive. I just wanted a square body because they're cool. I mean, everyone loves a square body. It's one of the cars or trucks that everyone's, at least I've talked to, always had as a kid, which they're now getting harder to find, but they're not hard to find yet. And hard to find one at a good deal, because everyone's asking, 10 grand for something that's completely redone. That's about that, but about 50 times worse, So we got this one at a relatively good deal. She's got a slight tire leak. It's fine. Sorry for the dogs. They're having a screaming contest. I got some mirrors. They're almost like the ones I have for my truck. My red one. But it looks nice. They're definitely going to get replaced, but they're going to keep the patina look for us for right now. Got some hood hinges. I don't know. Yeah, they're tighter than my life. Yep. They're tighter than my life schedule. So, we're just going to dive into it. There's not really much missing from this other than the hood, because, that's in the very back. I'll show you here. This here is your emissions duber for the catalyst and transmission. Which transmission does this have? I don't know what this has. It just says timing. Spark plug gap. Nice! I forgot this gives you all that information. I knew it was there, but I always forget that it's here. Fast idle 1600, so manual 1300 RPM. Timing should be 8 degrees. Spark plug gap is 45 thousandths. And solenoid adjustment with air conditioner, don't got that because she's currently deleted on. We don't have that. But here it also says it is a Chevy 350 4-barrel carburetor. So that's good. I don't know if it's a 4-bolt main. I got to run the numbers on the block, but we haven't gotten that far yet. Hey, look at this. It still has freaking washer fluid in it. You believe that? That is absolutely insane. So this is, a 350, as you guys can tell. All 350s run 350s. We got ourselves, air cleaner. Got the quadra junk in there. I don't know if it's locked up at all or not. I haven't tried moving anything. Oh, nice. Got something going on. Yeah, let's see. How are we looking over here? You see anything? I guess, it's moving, so, I'll take it. It ain't locked up. We're going to have to disconnect the rubber line down here, or see if we have a fitting that'll go into the carburetor. She's a little dusty, but, it's still got everything. Let's keep this on here so we don't get no extra buggies in there. It's just not what we need. It's relatively simple. There's nothing crazy going on to it. It's a nice, simple engine. You can do a lot with this. Good starter. He did say he did put a new alternator on. He don't remember why, but he said he put a new one on. I got to put a battery, which I'm missing one of the wires. Nope, that's it right there. And when you do this, you want to make sure that both cables are the same exact color. So that way you just burn it down and, you collect your money. No, you don't do that, but, that's what they were trying to do, so that way whoever steals it tries to burn it down instead. So that's a good safety backup. Check to see if we have any coolant, because I don't know. Is she ready to pop off? Nope. Come on. There we go. I want to say it's bone dry, but there's a little bit of fluid down in there, so that's a start. I'll have to add some coolant. It's about half full. It's like right about here. So we're good on that. We can at least start it up on that. Check on some Earl. See what we got. Oh, yep. She's thick. She's black. But it worked. It's, about a quart low. But it's enough to give it a little start on. Hey, get it back in there. Come on. Perfect. Okay. Now we can check on the master cylinder. See what kind of fluid we got. See if it has any fluid to start with. I mean, lines are still kind of there. They're not rotted out yet. At least it wasn't. It'd be fine. Come on. Oh, look at that. We got some brake fluid in there. That's pretty nice. That's a good start. And we'll just leave that on there and we pulled that off. Go make sure it get on the, down here. Oh, we're good. We're good. Real good. Okay. So that's really about it for the engine. I mean, we don't know if I gotta get a, whatchamacallit, a duber, or I can try doing this. See if it wants to just kind of manually turn over for us or not. Don't know if I'm going to be able to get it to, but we're going to try. Alright, let's see. Okay, good news is it ain't seized up. We got the spin. So that's good. She ain't locked up inside. Again, this truck only sat because he wanted to restore it. We started restoring it again because it was starting not rot out, but get go fast holes. So not the reason why it's that. So just make that clear. So we don't really shouldn't knock on wood. I don't have any wood, but knock on metal. There shouldn't be any mechanical problems per se. But to jump into the interior, is what we got. We got a nice little tan duberage right here. Yep. She's a little dry, typical. But I mean, it's doable for now. We can make it work for what we got. Used to have speakers in the door at one point. Let's give it a nice little smell. Nope. No, I don't know what that smell is, but it's not bad. It's doable. It just smells like, wet vinyl and heavy musk. It's about the best I can tell you. Yeah. So, I didn't get a pair of vice grips. I gotta, do the old window switch permanent stationary locks. What's that? That's a switch. It's got the vinyl flooring. Well, at least it used to be vinyl. Now it's dry. Very dry. She's cracking, but, I mean, it works if it gets the job done. And look at that. She's a 4-speed. It's got the good old seat covers on her. Nope. We're going to pretend like we didn't see this side. I mean, it's supposed to be like that. It's not too bad. And look. She is original copper orange up in here on the roof. So that's pretty cool, I think. We got a mirror. So we got that. Let me just cover up the steering wheel. The steering wheel is about as sticky as a lollipop sitting in a van for a hot summer day. So it's just disgusting. Let's check the other seat. We ain't got nothing back here. We got the original cardboardage. Got something for a jack here. So for your original jacking locations. In case you need that, because I don't know if we even have a jack. It's got seat belts. They stole tension and retention. You see that? So that's good. We got seatbelts. That's always important. Oh yeah, there's a lot of mold right there. Yuck. We're gonna have to give this thing a good scrub out. Lots of it. It's all over the place. It's kind of disgusting. Okay. So yeah, I mean, it's got, you know, a little bit of this, but you know, it'll. Oop, I didn't do that. I'm gonna need a dash, unfortunately, and a dash grill or a dash instrument panel, unfortunately, but this thing did used to have 2 tanks. I don't exactly know where the switch is to switch on to the other tank, unless they have it hidden somewhere. Unless it is over here. Let's see. Nope, that's just a cigarette tray that we don't need. Look at that wood grain, that's nice. Okay. We at least have a socket, a wrench, S&K. That's a good brand. That's a nice pocket find. Ooh, and a radiator cap, or oil pressure cap, oil cap, you know what it is. So that's nice. We got that. Look at this. We got even the original information book. Let's go take the gander at this, because this is really about it. I mean, you know, it gets the job done. I don't know what all this is in here, but, you know, that's fine. We'll leave that in there. We even have original keyage. Look at that. These match Camara's keys, the cool. I think that's how you say it, cool. Cleveland, Ohio. So we got that. So that's good. We'll just leave that right there. It should be just fine. Okay. So, he said something about the passenger door not being on its hinge yet or something like that. So I'm going to have to find some bolts to be able to attach that one. But we'll just leave that like that for right now. But tell me how cool this is. We have in this here booklet of stuff, Freedom battery. Nothing says America more than that. Look at that. Red, white, and blue. Just freedom. Take a look at your new Freedom battery. Delco Remy GM. It's, if you see the green ball, the battery is okay. If the indicator is dark, the battery is potentially discharged, or generator will have to probably recharge it. Nice. And if it looks like a yellow sun, the fluid near the end of its life, take it to your service. That's kind of neat. Look at that. That is one hell of a battery, if I may say so myself. Never needs water, never needs periodic servicing and cleaning, stays charged when not in use. Only the batteries are still made like that today. No, we have batteries that only last 2 years. I'm going to show you everything because I think there's some title stuff in here somewhere. Just more stuff from the Chevy dealer from 77. Just a little bit of maintenance, light truck duty, 10 series. This does have a 10 bolt, so it's 77 light duty truck, series 10 with the V8 light duty emission system. So this is pretty much like the scheduling you would do with the truck, which is kind of neat because they only expected these trucks to last up to 45,000 miles. And as you can tell, there's nothing exactly, documented on this, so that's wonderful. So it's kind of neat because, I mean, you just do your typical chassis lubrication every 75,000 miles, I guess. Fluid level check, engine oil check, oil filter change, tire rotation, rear axle lube change, which I'll probably do that eventually. Oil or air condition check, cooling system check, wheel bearing, manual steering, gear check, clutch, cross shaft lubrication, auto trans filter, and all that. Oh, you just go down the list and keep that, or adding to it. Whatever you do to it, just keeps on going. So that's pretty cool. Keep that there. The mileage guide. Don't know what this exactly is, but this is kind of neat. Station wagons, list 130 cubic feet of passenger and cargo volume. So that's kind of like what it would tell you. That's cool. This tells you what your fuel economy should be in most cars. Because it says vehicle description, engine size, transmission, manual or auto. It also tells you fuel system. What else we got here? index volume, passenger trunk, city mile per gallon, highway, and combined. So average annual cost, you see that? $423 for a Gremlin back in the day. That's pretty cool. That today is almost like $2,000 or $3,000, I think, for annual cost for gas today, which is nuts. Chevette. I heard some of these with a Chevy. Camaro. Ain't no way that a Camaro back in the day got 18 miles per gallon in the city, nor did it get 25 miles per gallon in the city also. So combined, somehow is 20 miles per gallon for the both of them. That is hard to believe. Let's see, what about the trucks? Let's see the trucks. Let's see what this truck was getting back in the day. Large cars, nope. It just says Chevrolet. Where's the trucks at? Here we go. Standard pickups. Chevrolet. She had a 350. Actually, what was that Camaro? Was that Camaro running with the... So, right there. That makes a little bit more sense. So, the 350 with a manual, 4-speed, a 4-barrel. That was indicating to get about 14 miles per gallon, so that's more understandable. 18 miles per gallon per highway, so 15 for combined driving. So you're spending $650 a year on gas. This truck, on the other hand, has a 350 with a manual. Fuel system 4-barrel. She gets about 14 miles per gallon on the city, 20 miles per gallon on the highway. So combined is about 16. So that's pretty neat. So that's pretty cool book there. What else we got here? We got some neat Ed Kelly Chevrolet is what we got here. It's been a pleasure serving, satisfaction, and all that. So that's pretty neat. Just fold up the paper and put it there. More stuff, Delco battery service stuff. Neat. Look at this. You got the service parts stuff, front stabilizer bar, 4-speed transmission, power steering. What else do they have? Do they have a 350 cubic inch? I'm not sure what kind of rear end's in this shit. I mean, I don't know if it's what gear ratio it is, or if it has a posi. Soft-rated glass power steering. I'll have to look. It has a heavy-duty power brakes, though, at least. It needs to be solid paint. So that's that. Then we got the owner's manual here. Sorry, it's a little windy outside today, but look at this. This is really neat that we got to see this. This is, what's that do? Release. Bolt attachments, seat base to sports. Very cool. What was that? That is electrical operated window. Huh. Seat belts and all that. Alright, well, let's get to the good stuff now, since this is all really neat. I'm really glad that they kept all this with the truck. Let's see what we have for our window sticker now. I would like to see what we have for the rear end. Trans 4-speed trans origin. Glass tint. So, couldn't quite find anything in the book, but we're going to take a gander underneath, see at least if it has the posi tag. We can at least tell if it's a posi. But all this really neat backstory on this. Okay. Let's see, since we have this thing right up in our teeth, I am not saying the posi tag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, we got a 12 bolt. That's a start. Something I didn't know yet. I mean, it's really clean underneath. It's solid, other than the one bracket we've seen up there. But I think they sell those, or we can at least patch it. And it's not like the most important part of it. Doesn't it have air shocks too? It might. No, can't be. It doesn't have air shocks. We're good. It has a rear drum brakes. It's got front disc. I mean, look at the size of these leaf springs. They're freaking massive. I mean, that's what I mean, that's honestly probably more than what I have on my red truck, and I have 2 add leaves on it. Oh, that's kind of rotten out a little bit. That's fine. So let me do some research. Let me see if they actually came with a posi and 12 bolts. Let me see what they say. Okay, well, I don't know exactly what gear ratio it is, but this is 12 bolt. So I'm just trying to figure out, I mean, I don't know if these gears exactly came with a 12 bolt for the half ton with the 4-speed. Unless it was obviously a special purchase. But on to the extra spare parts we got, because I got everything other than the bed patch and the hood out of the truck. We got ourselves new rockers, inners and outers, as you can see there, both sides. So we at least have a good start on that. Fan shroud out to throw back on so the one radiator hose doesn't hit the fan. Like a brand new cab corners for both sides, which this side doesn't look too bad, but we'll still put it on just so it's solid. Got the, the wheel molding, but she's not in the best shape. But we'll make it work. We got ourselves all the hubcaps we need to put this thing back together. Got the grill. Got some plug wires that we may or may not use. They're free, so we'll find out. I don't know if it needs them. Got E-cup. Got the radiator, or grill. Got new valve cover gaskets. Got belt moldings. Sill plate moldings. This valence panel is going to need replaced. And got new door sills. The old alternator he said he had. I got one of the marker lights to go in the bucket here. Both of them. Just a few more spare parts. Bolts we'll need for the hood. Just more bolts. And then we got the grill chrome. And gonna need this for the door. That's what he said. The lower hinge wasn't on it. And this is a 12 volt.
Is it 12 volt? Oh, you know what? Maybe you're right. Those is a 12 volt.
Those?
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. The
Alright, well, we're going to try getting this thing started. I got the crank to rotate.
Okay, I got it in.
I need to throw some gas in
Let me
this.
put in and tighten down.
Okay.
This should be the right size that goes in there. I bought an extra crank just in case.
I gotta go grab some gas. I have in another gas tank, pump it into this. We'll use this to run fuel up to the carburetor for right now. And we'll just see if this thing runs and moves. Well, not moves yet, but at least to get it to run for a few minutes. It's got antifreeze in it. It's got oil. It's a quart shy, but it's fine. So, we're gonna get some gas and we're gonna hook it up and see where this thing gets to. Alright, we got ourselves a battery that's hopefully charged. It's been on the charger for a minute. Got some fuel going to it. We're going to find out if any fuel goes up to the carburetor from the fuel pump right here. It's got fuel in the bowls now. Nothing's leaking out of it. Got a battery that's just sitting there because we don't got a battery tray. It's getting wet. It's getting fuel up there. Squeeze, yeah. I mean, it's like lubricating itself.
There, yeah. Can't see the squirt in there. Maybe in front.
Don't see anything. We'll find out. I might even have starting fluid down there.
Where's it at?
It's on the right by the door down there.
I'll grab this little glass. It's good to crank it before fire.
Okay, we're gonna get our first start, hopefully. Well, first crank, see if it has any power. Yep. neutral. Alright, everything's re-hooked up. Got the jump pack on the battery over there. Fuel is going to be pumping. He's going to pump it. And I correct myself. This thing was sitting until 2008. But I think 96 is when he started redoing stuff on it. So it's been sitting for the last 20 years on. 18 years. So it's been almost 20 years. Just going to give this thing a crank. See if it starts off. Okay, pumps. Started right up. This must have a neutral safety switch. We got 30 pounds of pressure of oil. We got 13 volts. Don't know if the fuel gauge is working.
It might be out of gas.
What?
Nothing's pumping out of it.
Yeah, squeeze it.
Huh?
The pump.
It's not coming out the line.
It might.
It's still hooked up to the fuel pump.
Could be.
Let's see if it starts with this one.
Give it another few more pumps of that.
Right, there's no air in it.
Well, there's no. It doesn't pump itself though. Well, that's a good start. At least we have a power gun or a engine that runs. The tachometer doesn't work. Flash is running good.
It's sucking this fuel right in, huh?
Mm-hmm. You're leaking again too. Back up and running again. A little bits of black smoke here and there, but nothing. Doesn't exactly want to keep itself running, but I don't know, it's because it doesn't have a fuel pump, constant pressure maybe? You think it's because it doesn't have a fuel pump with constant pressure maybe?
No, you either have a line block or you're out of gas.
Well, it can't be out of gas if that's feeding it.
No. Your fuel pump's not pumping anything out.
Yeah, because I have it disconnected down low.
Oh, I thought you were still connected.
No, I disconnected it because I didn't know if, I mean, it might feed out, I don't know.
Your blowgun, where you have a blowgun here?
Mm-hmm.
Did you bring up a rag? You should always dump some gas down the gas tank.
What? All right.
Split line, second one down.
Okay, we got lines back flushed, tank emptied out as much as was in there. We put about a quarter tank, that goes up to the air cleaner. We put about a quarter tank of gas in it. We're going to see if it wants to stay running on its own without us bottle feeding it. Yep, it is. Has a safety neutral switch. No, it does. It won't crank unless you have the clutches down. Okay, just going to see what happens. ourselves an idle.
That hose was like a quarter inch from touching that fan. Don't touch the wall, bro.
I don't know. Oh, plastic it's close to, but what? No ticking or nothing. Oil pressure is at 30. It's at 30. Yeah. Yeah, sending unit must be shot.
Huh?
Sending unit must be shot. Staying at full gas.
It says full to ground wire.
Or ground wire. One of the two, we'll find out. But it's definitely idling lower than it should, but that's fine. It's doing what it's got to do. Hey, look, dude. Still has a catalytic converter on it. Still has a cat on it. Whoop.
It's not like it's running, it's smooth.
Smooth and needs idle adjusted, but it also needs driven, cleaned. Just get some.
Where's the flat screwdriver?
You had it up there. Turn the idle up a little bit. Beauty. And she's making volts too.
You're attacking it?
It is, but it's not working. It says it should be around 1300 RPM.
No.
That's what the book was saying. Yeah.
Manual.
1300.
Neutral. Fast idle. Fast idle 1300. 700. 700 neutral. I would bet to get the wire fixed.
That. Sounds good. See if we have brakes. Okay. It's one or none. Oh, she's stiff.
It's sitting. Okay, move it off.
Maybe we have brakes.
Huh?
Just keep the winch on, I guess. Alright. Let her wash down. She's looking a lot better. There's still some things that are going to be on it, but you know, you can only do so much. I mean, paint's not bad. Take a little buff to it, it'll probably come right back around. Clean the engine up a good bit. It's not as greasy looking now. We're going to dry everything off, get the other hinge on this door real quick so that we can have it open. And you know, we can just clean out this side of it too, clean out the inside. Got the bed all cleaned out, got the hood all cleaned off too. So we're just gonna hang a few body parts real quick. We'll finish hanging a few body parts real quick, and we'll get you in on the inside once we start getting that cleaned up too. Oh, there's more of the orange. I think it was. Neat. Alright, we got her pushed in, and we're going to check to see what gears we got and all that, because I mean, I know we pushed it off, so it's not exactly locked up on all four wheels. Unfortunately, the brakes weren't locked up, well, at least the master cylinder and all that. All the wheels are still spinning at least, so we have that going for us. We're going to check to see how the clutch grabs, and see if first gear, it should be in reverse. I had it in reverse pushing off the trailer, so we'll find out just to make sure. But let's get in here. And first thing we're going to have to do before we do an oil change is we're going to have to get this thing hot, so that way it all just runs out. And we're going to clean out these door panels because I'm tired of trying to, you know, switch over the universal window handle. So we're going to put some original ones on. Well, not original, but you know, the help section. So that way we can put the windows down as we need. We're going to get rid of this nasty seat cover. So let's go and see if she starts up. She pumps. Start it right up. Alright, time to see how she the gas, clutch is all the way out just about. So that's gonna have to get adjusted because she's a little too high up for my liking. But at least we got first gear, and I think we have reverse. Let's check it real quick. Hey, that's not nice. There we go. Reverse. We got reverse too, so we're gooch. Now we're gonna go and just move it up just a smidge, see where the ramps are. We're gonna get it loaded up on the ramps, and we'll just let it run for a little bit. Coaster up there and see how it does. Perfect. And we'll walk you around it real quick. Running tighter than a sewing machine. Like it's like quieter than a sewing machine. Nice little 350 in there, not gonna lie. It's got power steering fluid, check. I just topped off the water before I started the video. Again for today. I might have a small master cylinder leak. That's what it looks like right here. It was dry yesterday, it's wet again. But, come listen. That's one of the quietest vehicles I actually own now. Not gonna lie. Kinda weird. But, runs good. So, I'm gonna go ahead and start wiping the door panels off. I got these little guys here. I'm just gonna throw on because it's a GM Universal in the help section, you know, 76912. Help! Help! Yeah, you know, that kind of thing. So we're gonna throw these on and hope the window cranks now. Okay, let's get you set up and we'll start getting interior wiped out while this warms up. Because it's a filthy stuff. All right. Yep. Okay. Alright, so now we know that this truck is at least, you know, worth trying to fix up now that the engine's good. Free it up. We're going to put in a Wix filter right there, and the part number is 51069. This is a filter that is for just about every single Chevrolet that is out there except for the Vortex motors because they switched to a smaller version for some reason. So what you're going to do is write the date on there and mileage that's on the truck currently, which I believe this is at 82,000. I could be wrong. I'm going to double check before I write it down. And it is 824. And I grab the driest marker in there. Not good. I'll be right back. Alright, so I got the date on, mileage. I'm guessing it's a 108,000 miles. Could be wrong, but I believe that this could be that. Previous owner, from the previous owner, used to tow a boat and an airplane. So I don't know how far he would go with it, but just for right now, until I get hard evidence, it's going to be 108,000 miles. So we're going to go ahead and get this primed up. I'm using some 1030 Castrol GTX Grand Touring Express. That's, you know, it is one of the cheapest ones that I found also, and you know, I never had a problem, and it's also not synthetic. That's hard to find these days because most oils are synthetic oil, and for this I don't want synthetic because this has slightly more clearance tolerances for the bearings and all that, and the piston sleeves and rings and whatever else you may want to call it. But I'd rather it be a little bit thicker to fill those voids than to not to. So that's why we're going to use this. So now that we got our filter primed, oil around the gasket so she don't stick, we're going to go and get the old filter off. Make sure that this fits that first before I crawl underneath, or I'll have to grab another one. I may have to grab another one. I'll be right back. So, got the drain plug out, got the filter off. Didn't quite exactly have the right, you know, oil filter wrench. Because I'm currently still not fully moved into the shop, don't have the exact right tools. But I know this will work on a Kia, and that's about all I know. So I got the drain plug out. All the oil is just about all drained out of it, so we're going to get ready to crawl underneath. Plug that back in, throw in the new filter. So I'm going to show you kind of how, if you're in my pickle that I'm in, how to get the old oil filter off without having the right tools. And kid you me, there is many ways. For a wise man has once told me that there's never one exact correct way. There's multiple correct ways, but this just so happened to be the easiest correct way because this was the easiest filter to reach. So I'll show you that in a second. Once I get this plugged up, oil filter on, I'll show you what I had to do. Okay. So when you're in my predicament with getting an oil filter off, all you need is a hammer, and you can use a screwdriver. I had a chisel, so I happen to use this. So all you have to do is when the oil filter is currently up there, you drain it out a little bit, you're going to hit the hammer on the side you can access the most, and then you're going to push it until it just about hits the other side, and you're just going to twist it with the chisel either side, and it'll actually start to loosen. So that would be the easiest way to go about doing this if you don't have the correct tools. And other good news is this does not have any metal flake, it looks like. So we have a clean bill of health, it looks like, too, for the engine. For as quiet as it runs, I would imagine so. So we're going to throw that in here, because this is now garbage. And we'll recycle on the oil. And all we have to do now is just fill up the oil, start it up, make sure it sounds good. Then that's really about all I can do for right now, because I'm still waiting for, you know, title stuff to come back to the house so I can drive it. But right now we're just making sure it's at least roadworthy. We'll do more on another video for the brakes and just check on like all the fluids and stuff like that. But right now I just want to get this thing going for you guys, so that way you guys can kind of say like, wow, it's moving again for sitting for the last 20 years. Just about 20 years. So this is definitely going to be a budget build project for us, because we're going to try to do this as cheaply as possible, but not the cheapest way. We're going to spend money, but we're not going to spend a whole lot of money, okay? Just a few things, just to keep it under budget. And you don't want to blow through the roof on this one, and right now I still have to pay for other things other than just for the YouTube channel. So I have to do this on a budget regardless, but I'm going to at least show you guys how to do it on a budget, so that way you guys aren't breaking the bank and it's still going to look good going down the road. So let's go ahead and throw oil in this, and I'll get you guys back up to look at it. We're going to back it down, let it run, check the oil, and it should be good to go. Let that sit for a second. We'll check the dipstick, make sure she's full, and let me also show you what else we're going to be doing too while we let this sit for a second. So, sorry for the movement. So, once we accumulate a little bit more money, we're going to do a typical ignition tune-up, which is going to be plugs, wires, possibly cap, rotor. I'm not going to go with the AC Delco because I've had problems with them on my 79 actually. The little metal tab actually got disordered on the rotor and it's not like I wasn't really like monkeying around with it on the streets, but the prong ended up getting offset from the rotor and allowed the car not to fire. So I was currently stranded, and then I found out that the MSD ones have like a guide, so that way that doesn't happen. So I'll probably end up doing like an MSD distributor tune-up on it eventually. I'll buy little bits and pieces at a time. I'll buy a cheap set of 8mm wires, throw on, or I might actually even have some for my Camaro. That's definitely going to be newer than what's on here right now. So I might have to go snag those and find them wherever I put them. And just get a cap and rotor because they come in a kit, and plugs, wires, and it even tells you that to get 45 thousandths. So that'll be that. And then what we'll do after that is we're going to take a buffer and buff out the whole truck. And I actually also have some steel wool that I'm going to try out, because I actually started messing around with this mirror. Look at that. There is definitely chrome to get you home. So we're going to polish that bad boy up. The interior, other than the floor, is wiped down. I'm going to wipe the steering wheel down one more time because it's still a little sticky. I'm going to have to probably pull the seat out, pressure wash the floor in here. Just not going to have time to yet for right now. And I'll get this mat out or pressure wash it, do whatever I got to do to get all the mold out. But I wiped all the stuff I'm going to be touching down at least. I'm going to wipe this down one more time just so this is at least relatively clean. I got to go get a moving pad or something to at least kind of, you know, fix this area, because that's common on most older vehicles. That, or I'll try to get a piece of vinyl and do something. I don't know yet. We're going to do the seat as its own thing. We're going to buy a seat cover because it's going to be the cheapest way to do it, and do it ourselves because I have the tool to actually do this. So that's that. So let's check the oil, see how she looks. And she is full. So we're good on oil now. That is a surplus plus. Nice. Okay. So I'm thinking that's going to do it for us for right now. This truck is drivable. I got to take the wheels off, change out the valve stems, which I'll go to do that at a shop. So, I mean, that's really going to do it for us on this video for right now until I get some more money together so we can start getting this thing together enough more to make it drivable, safer, and all that. So, what do you guys think? You think it's a good starting project for a cheap, easy build? I want one of these, so I kind of glad I got one to be able to do this too. I got some possible plans I'm going to end up doing with it, like good plans for looks and all that. What do you think? Should I leave it the two-tone, or should I paint it the copper orange that's in here? Or should I, there's not really a good view to show you. Or should I do the copper and possibly like a pearl white or something for a two-tone? Like, you know, have this as the copper and then have a white in the center, maybe? I don't know. It's an idea. Leave in the comments what you guys think. What do you guys think we should do with this? Minding keeping it on a budget build as well, because we don't want to spend a lot of money into this. So we'll make it driving, get it back on the road, and keep it on going, because I know I'm going to need 2 new fenders, a hood, and this valence panel. I got to fix some body paint or some body work on the bedside, both bedsides, both rockers, cab corners. I mean, it's going to need a little bit of work, but it's not much work. So leave in the comments what you guys think we should do. I appreciate you guys watching this through all the way, I hope. And if you guys do, give me a thumbs up in the down below here. And don't forget, comment what you guys think we should do with this in your guys' own opinion as a budget. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you on the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. I appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good one. Say bye-bye. Alright, so I kind of started moving ahead of you guys at the moment, just so I can kind of brace myself. I went and put new valve stems on all 4 of the matching tire sets, so that way lesser chance of air leaking out, which, you know, I don't know if it is or not, but we'll check it again. We also have the corners, though. It looks like this one's a little flat, but it's just because the truck's up in the corner. So I still got to change the back one out. I have them both in the back of my truck over there. But I was looking here. Get a flashlight for you. All the brakes I was looking at look relatively new. Because I can still see markings on this one. And they're still pretty, like, thick. The only thing this one's going to need is definitely going to be a wheel cylinder. So I'm probably going to end up replacing all the wheel cylinders and calipers on this once everything's figured out. But, get you looking in here. I think this is technically considered the heavy half that they made. I mean, that's fortunate. We'll spray some more cavity wax and stuff on that. But, yeah, this is like a heavy-duty looking truck. I mean, the drum compared to a 10-bolt Chevy, since this is a 12-bolt, so it's got the heavier-duty like suspension because it's supposed to be able to haul more. But the leaf springs, I kid you not, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total leaf springs on this truck, which is pretty wild. So this thing's definitely geared for heavy hauling. But yeah, I just want to kind of show you that, just so you and I are on the same page, and I ain't moving too far ahead of you. But yeah, everything's looks like it's been replaced relatively recently. Yeah, nothing looks too bad on here. So I don't have to do brakes, luckily, unless something snaps, which I hope not. But we'll be good. So I just want to bring you in to show you that. I'm gonna go and get the other wheels swapped on real quick. And then we're going to go move this thing. Well, before I do that, we're going to get in the woodworking mode. So I'll get to you in just a second. Alright, so before we get too far involved with this, we have to make it so this battery isn't just going to fall into the engine. So that's where we're going to have to, you know, come into a woodworking class. And we're going to have to make something fit down in here for this to just at least kind of sit right here and, you know, not go anywhere. We'll get a ratchet strap, tie it to something, and figure out how the hell we are going to make this. So I am going to go and get some measurements real quick. I'll describe on what I'm going to do. Just about ready to go in. What you can see is I made a nice little stand for this battery to kind of just sit on. And that just sits on the rad support, also onto the wheel liner. So yeah, it's just a little V and a little platform, so that'll work for now. It's just about the same height as the original one that rotted away. So time to see if she'll hold the weight, and we'll be able to. Sorry. We'll give ourselves a actual strap to strap it down. And we should be pretty good. And the battery cable even actually lines up. So there's already a plus. So let me get that strapped down, hooked up. That'll be about it for right now with the battery cable. So yeah, new battery tray installed. And we're here to confuse the hell out of all the, you know, the people with the new cars today. Orange usually means high voltage. She's now a high voltage rig. I will take it. But she's also holding our battery, so that's the important part. Nothing's fully falling out yet, so that's a good sign. But at least now, she ain't gonna go nowhere. Oop. She's tight. Alright. So, that's about all I'm gonna be able to do tonight because I'm out of daylight. So, but don't worry. We'll get back to it once I get more daylight. And we'll start actually buffing this out. Polishing up the bumper, mirrors, and all that. And also, possibly getting the seat out soon. So, we shall see what happens. Alright, so as you've seen, we got everything runnable on this right now. So that's going to do it for this video for right now. As you can see, I kind of have a hint of what we're going to be dealing with here in the next upcoming video. So stay tuned for that. But that's going to be to get the next video, getting this truck drivable for the road. So I just wanted to get this thing runnable, drivable, like move it around the yard kind of deal, but needs brakes and all that other bunch of fun jazz. So we're going to work on getting this thing cleaned up and on the road in the next video. So if you haven't before, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Tell me what you guys think. If you guys like this one so far, if this is a good deal or not. There hasn't really been too much done. Can't look too closely at the paint yet because I'm going to be showing you that in the next video. But yeah, we got a little bit more work ahead of us to get this thing on the road. So far, it's not bad. I've had to do a little bit of stuff to the engine too. You'll see that in the next video. So just, I don't know, if you guys like it, subscribe so that way I can keep making more content for you guys on this and some other stuff that we might have floating around. So yeah, let me know. But yeah, I mean, she's a solid running truck, and it gets the job done for what we're doing right now. So I mean, I can't complain. We literally just bolted a bunch of stuff onto the truck, and how you see it is how it looks, basically. I mean, that's really about it. I mean, we didn't do nothing to it, and it's still drivable, so why not? It's been sitting since 2008, so whatever that amount of years is I'll figure it out and I'll tell you guys. So that's about 17 years that the truck's been sitting, and we got it back on running and started up like that first shot. So, I mean, you can't really ask for any more than that. We cleaned out the tank, well, emptied it the best we can. I put a filter on the carburetor, or down below the fuel pump, so that way no gum of anything can get up in there from the fuel tank. We got some ideas. So stay tuned for the next episode, and I'll be getting you guys more nitty gritty on what we're going to be doing on this next. And hopefully you guys enjoy. So thank you guys for watching. Catch you in the next video. Thanks.